I'm sure you've all heard by now, but last night, Travis Scott's Astroworld concert was a disaster. 8 people died, 300 others were injured, and 11 of them suffered cardiac arrest. I first heard the news while streaming, and I didn't even know what the fuck to think. It was so baffling. Just an absolutely horrible situation all around. When I first heard about the 11 cardiac arrest victims, I didn't even know what the fuck could have caused that. I thought Light had gotten a hold of the death note and just started writing people's names in it at random at the concert. 11 heart attacks? His music isn't going that hard that it's just sending people to an early grave. Like, yeah, he had a pretty crazy Fortnite concert, I guess, but kids weren't dropping like flies because it was just giving them a heart attack. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I thought, like, okay, maybe there was like overdoses or like a shooter or something. Aliens invaded. Like, how the fuck are this many people getting hurt and dying at that concert? It wasn't until after stream where I looked into it, and it is truly disgusting how avoidable this whole thing was. So, first of all, it is Travis's fault. I see a lot of people defending him for some reason on social media. Travis Scott is just as much to blame for this tragedy as everyone else around him. I'm not going to share any videos for obvious reasons. It's really disturbing. There are just like golf cart ambulances going through the crowd with people dancing on top of them and preventing them from getting to people that needed assistance. There's videos of people performing CPR in mass on a bunch of bodies around them because people were just literally falling over unconscious, needing to be resuscitated. There's a video of Travis Scott who is looking at someone's body being crowd surfed towards the front to get it out of the way. It's this guy's body, and it's being pushed over everyone's head, and Travis Scott is looking at it and continues to sing. Now, that clip in particular is extremely popular and been floating around everywhere, but it's not the full clip. In the full clip, Travis Scott actually picks that guy out and tells security to pick him up and get him out of there. He noticed that he was unconscious, and security was working their best to get him out of there. But then he goes right back to singing as they're trying to get him out, so people immediately start like fucking bumping and grinding on the people that are trying to get the body out. They're literally twerking on the security guards trying to get a corpse out of there. And it doesn't make Travis look any better in my opinion, because it shows that he was very well aware that people were literally falling over unconscious at his concert and still continued to sing without trying to address it and maybe like giving it a break and trying to get the crowd reorganized so people would stop dying like that body he had just pointed out. Travis Scott from the stage can see the ambulance going through, and he did nothing to stop the concert. He didn't say, whoa, 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 let's all settle down. What's going on? Let's stop this. Travis Scott is just as much to blame for what happened here as everyone else. Now, the majority of the responsibility for the situation that happened falls on the organizers of the event. The cause of all of this was overcrowding. What was happening is people were dying from being pushed by the crowd. It's called crowd crush. People weren't necessarily getting trampled. They were literally getting asphyxiated due to the pressure of all of the bodies around them constantly pushing on them. They couldn't breathe. So they were literally just standing and suffocating, from what I understand. What's even wilder is that this isn't even the first time it's happened at Astroworld. In 2019, 3 people died from a stampede. So they're clearly not very good at handling crowds. In fact, they don't do anything about it. There were so many videos of people begging the organizers last night to stop the concert and like get people to stop dying. And their response was no. It was like that scene in fucking Watchmen. They'll cry out for help and I'll whisper, no, we're going sicko mode. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, Travis Scott put out a tweet saying how devastated he is. Bro, you could literally see people dying from where you were on stage. You looked at a dead body. You looked at a corpse being transported and still continued to sing. You literally gave it a walk-off song. This dude's dead body was being pushed over the crowd. Travis was looking at it and was like singing him into Valhalla. Like, you knew what was going on and still decided not to stop the concert. You are responsible. Travis Scott in 2015 and 2017 also had problems where he encouraged the crowd to like hop barricades and storm the stage, creating like a really unsafe concert environment. Travis Scott treats his concerts like he's still playing Fortnite and he's just trying to increase his kill to death ratio. It's fucking nuts. And the people that are trying to defend him are stupid. Like, you're just dumb. He is not an idiot. He could see all the chaos going out there. Ambulance, literally looking at a dead body. And he at any point could have said, whoa, let's fucking stop. Let's put the brakes on this operation here. Let's address what's going on and just maybe postpone the concert or reorganize people so we're not just this giant wave of meat that is killing people. Like, there was plenty of opportunity for him to stop it. But yes, I do agree. Travis Scott didn't design the venue himself. That responsibility falls on the organizers who, for some reason, have no idea how to handle crowds. So they just have this massive group of people in an area that's too tight for them up front, and it caused the crowd crush. Now, I do understand that there were a lot of people that were entering the concert illegally, like they were hopping the fence and busting through the security checkpoints, so there were more people than anticipated, but there are still ways to combat that. There's absolutely things they could have done, such as stopping the concert when people started dying. People were begging them to stop the concert, the organizers, not just Travis Scott. There's a video of a girl who climbed up one of the camera towers and was telling him the situation. His response was, "Get the fuck down." Like, there were plenty of times where organizers could have stopped the concert. This isn't one of those situations where there was nothing they could do to stop what was happening. It's not like it was Thanos and it was inevitable or whatever. A Travis Scott concert isn't some kind of natural disaster like a hurricane where you can't go outside and just yell, "Hey, halt! Stop, hurricane!" and expect it to stop. But here, you absolutely could do that and expect it to stop. Because it's just a concert. Fucking lead singers walk off stage all the time and the concert ends on the spot. Like, Nickelback has walked off stage like 100 times because people throw tomatoes at them. Like you can stop it. You can. And they should have, because it would have really prevented the loss of life there, at least helped. I didn't know what crowd crush was until today, and then I read all about it. That is an absolutely agonizing, horrible way to die. It is a slow, painful, miserable death. They were dying standing up. I can't even picture something like that, especially at a concert where you're supposed to be having fun. And it's not like the people in the crowd were maliciously pushing and shoving people. I'm not like blaming the crowd. This is a phenomenon that happens when the place is just too crowded and people just standing next to each other is enough to start putting too much pressure on people up in the middle, and they just start suffocating because they can't catch their breath anymore. It's the same thing that happened at like the Hillsborough disaster, I think it was called. That was I think 97 people died there, and it was the same thing. It was a crowd crush. People in the back were occupying too much space, so the people in the middle were starting to get suffocated from it. It's not like the people at the back were pushing and shoving on everyone. It's just people at walking speed or even standing still, too close together, makes it so that way the people in the middle just get absolutely blasted. It happens with like a bottleneck situation, or if the venue is just genuinely not big enough to handle the capacity. Or another thing I was reading about was a crowd collapse, which is when someone falls over and then that leads to other people falling over and then they start dying from asphyxiation at the bottom of like that pile. I don't think that was the case here. From what I've been reading, it was truly crowd crush, and it's a truly awful and sad situation that was easily avoidable. The concert could have been stopped at any moment when the hundreds of people started alerting them to the problems and the people that were dying. But they decided to continue with the concert for the whole duration, and now we're left with 300 injured and 8 confirmed dead. Fucking tragic. Actually fucking awful. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because I got pretty upset reading about it, and that's about it. So, yeah.